In this short video, I'm going to show you how to map an image or a texture onto your SketchUp object to make it look a little more realistic. So I have started a drawing here of a desk clock, and you see over on the right hand side what I intend this clock to look like when it's finished. But what I would like to do is take the insert of the face of the clock and map it into the space I have left for the face. Now, I don't want to take the time to draw three-dimensional hands in this much detail, so I've found another image that I'm going to use in its place, and I'm going to map it onto here, and it will then make the clock look that much better. So I'm going to start simply by choosing File and Import. And I'm going to look on my desktop, or in your case, look in your folder to see the image that you want to map into your drawing. So I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to click on Clock Face and choose Import. So the image comes in and it is attached to your mouse, so wherever you move it, it will show up. And it doesn't really matter where you put it, but the one thing you do need to do at this point is make sure you draw it to roughly the right scale. So I'm just going to click and drag, and I'll just set it down in the background. Now you'll notice it is highlighted because it is now an object. But I don't want it to be an object, I want it to be a texture that I can access from my paint bucket. So to make that a texture, I click on it once, and I'm going to hold down my Control key and choose Explode. So that doesn't do anything to this image, but it does take this image and it puts it into your paint bucket when you choose Colors in Model, which is this little house icon here. So it will show me all the colors I've used in this model. I'm going to click on that, and I'm now going to paint it onto the surface where my clock face will be. So you're going to notice right away that it's not in the right position, and it's certainly not the right size. So again, I have to, holding down my control key, click and choose Texture and Position. So this gives me an overall view of my image with 9 images of that texture centered on my screen. So if I take my green pin, I can resize and I can rotate my images accordingly. So it takes a little bit of trial and error, but I'm going to move this around. Oh, I got really lucky there right away. I'm going to move it around until I get it the exact size and in the exact position I'm looking for. That looks pretty close. So once you're happy with its position and size, simply click off, and you'll notice then that your image has been mapped into or onto the appropriate space. So I can still go ahead and work on my model, and you'll see when I rotate that, it obviously rotates in 3 dimensions, looking like it is part of the image. So there you have it, mapping a texture or an image onto your drawing.